Hi students, welcome to BSR classroom. Today our topic is aryl halides, very important for your preparation and also important for competitive examinations. I'll discuss this aryl halides chapter in three parts. In the first part, I'll discuss preparation and properties, and after that, in the second part, I'll focus on the special reactions associated with aryl halides due to obvious reasons, that is Benjamin mechanism, etc. And in the third part, I'll take up the relative reactivities of these alkyl and aryl halides. I hope you will enjoy my class. I'm B. Venkatrao from the Department of Chemistry, Government College Autonomous, Rajahmundry. As usual, you are once again most welcome. Let us see the syllabus which is prescribed for us. This is preparation of aryl halides. Okay, in this preparation of aryl halides, we have to focus on these things. Preparation including from diazonium salts, and then we have to take up properties. I told you that I'll discuss nucleophilic aromatic substitution, that is SNAR, including Benjamin mechanism in part 2, and in the part 3 I'll take up relative reactivity of alkyl, allyl, benzyl, vinyl and aryl halides towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. The topic will be very interesting. Now, which type of substances are called as aryl halides? So those organic molecules in which halogen atom is directly linked to the aryl group, that is phenyl group, is called as an aryl halide compound. You observe this one. These are the compounds in which the halogen atom is bonded to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom of an aromatic ring. If that is the definition, you have several examples. Fluorobenzene. This benzene ring, there is a fluorine atom in the place of hydrogen, fluorobenzene. Chlorobenzene, bromobenzene, iodobenzene. These are some simplest examples of aryl halides. Now we will straight away go to the methods of preparation. This method of preparation is very simple one. The first one, aryl chlorides and bromides can be prepared by electrophilic substitution reactions of arenes. The best example of arene is benzene itself. You studied in detail about this reaction in lower classes. Now, arene, for example, benzene, when reacted with chlorine, bromine, okay, in the presence of Lewis acid catalyst like iron 3 chloride, ferric chloride, then the product will be aryl halide like this. You observe this reaction, chlorine, chlorination reaction, benzene ring, reaction with Cl2 in presence of FeCl3. These are called as Lewis acid catalysts. This Lewis acid catalyst presence is must for these reactions. Instead of FeCl3, if you carry out this reaction between benzene and chlorine in presence of sunlight, what happens? You know that reaction, it results in the formation of benzene hexachloride, BHC. That reaction you already know, that is an addition reaction. But we want a substitution reaction. For carrying out substitution reaction, what is the catalyst required? A Lewis acid catalyst like FeCl3 is required. Then the product will be C6H5Cl. This is the product obtained, chlorobenzene. If it is bromination reaction, how to carry out bromination reaction? With bromine in presence of Lewis acid catalyst FeBr3. It gives rise to bromobenzene. So I hope there is no difficulty at all for practicing first method of preparing our compound, that is aryl halide. Another method, from aryl diazonium salts. Aryl diazonium salt. Aryl means C6H5, we know very well that. Diazonium. When we use the term diazonium, di means two, azo means nitrogen atoms. There will be a double bond between two nitrogen atoms. Such type of compounds are called as diazonium salts. The best example is benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride. How these diazonium salts are prepared? Very simple. As far as my knowledge is concerned, all the universities are following the same syllabus. So in the practicals also you have organic preparations. In these organic preparations, say for example, phenyl azobeta-naphthol, it involves the preparation of benzene diazonium chloride. How that benzene diazonium chloride is prepared? We take a primary aromatic amine rather, aniline. There is aniline C6H5 and H2. It is reacted with a mixture of sodium nitrite and say for example HCl. hydrochloric acid, a mineral acid, and the temperature maintained is 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. That is a condition for this reaction. The temperature should not be high. It should be between 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. That's why your teacher might have asked you to bring ice from the fridge for carrying out this reaction. So when this process is carried out, which substance is formed? Benzene diazonium halide. So if the HX is HCl, then it results in the formation of benzene diazonium chloride, C6H5N double bond NCl. Okay, so that is the method of preparing benzene diazonium chloride. That is the first step. In the second step, that benzene diazonium chloride can be converted into that aryl halide conveniently by making use of at least two different named reactions like Sandmeyer reaction and Gattermann reaction. I'll explain what are those reactions in detail. You see this Sandmeyer's reaction. What we are doing in Sandmeyer's reaction? So this is benzene diazonium chloride, C6H5N2Cl, if it is benzene diazonium chloride. Now this benzene diazonium chloride is treated with cuprous chloride, Cu2Cl2. If you want to prepare chlorobenzene, Cu2Cl2 is cuprous chloride. That result in the formation of this type of aryl halide, that is chlorobenzene. Okay, when it becomes chlorobenzene, when you take Cu2Cl2, of course nitrogen gas will be eliminated here. So this is Sandmeyer reaction. Another one is Gattermann reaction. This reaction is also very, very important. What is Gattermann reaction? When this diazonium salt, which is prepared in the first step, is warmed in presence of copper powder. Don't forget this point. Gattermann reaction, copper powder, it decomposes to give the halobenzene. For example, benzene diazonium chloride, I am repeating that point several times. This is benzene group, diazonium N2Cl, benzene diazonium chloride reacted with copper powder in presence of HCl. If you use HCl, chlorobenzene will be formed. If you use HBr, bromobenzene will be formed. So that is very simple reaction. So you practice all the three reactions comfortably. Very, very important for the examination. Now, after preparing this aryl halides comfortably by making use of three different methods, we will have a brief knowledge regarding the properties of aryl halides. Simple properties only. Now, what is important is the reactions of aryl halides are due to the halogen atom. That is one. Halogen atom in the sense it is nucleophilic substitution reaction, and the second one is due to aromatic ring. Okay, aromatic ring. So when aromatic ring is involved in reaction, then it becomes electrophilic substitution reaction. So these are the important reactions that are exhibited by aryl halides. What are those important reactions? Nucleophilic substitution reactions and electrophilic substitution reactions. We will take up nucleophilic substitution reactions. But here, one important thing is aryl halides are very, very less reactive. You should not forget that point. Aryl halides are relatively unreactive towards nucleophilic reactions. Why the aryl halides are less reactive or unreactive towards nucleophilic reactions is the point of debate at this particular point. For instance, you observe this one. Chlorobenzene is inert at room temperature towards aqueous sodium hydroxide. Actually, previously we studied that alkyl halides, when treated with, say for example, aqueous sodium hydroxide, it gets converted into alcohols very conveniently. But here it is not the situation like that. Okay, for instance, chlorobenzene is inert at room temperature towards aqueous sodium hydroxide, but it reacts only above 300 degrees centigrade to form phenol. That means drastic or vigorous conditions are required for this reaction. Drastic or vigorous means high temperatures, high pressures are required for this reaction. When we are making use of high temperatures and high pressures, what is the meaning? The reactivity is less. So you observe this one, chlorobenzene C6H5Cl reacting with NaOH at very high temperature. Okay, about 300 degrees, 350 degrees temperature is required, and also pressure, also high pressures are required for this reaction. Why it is like that means aryl halides are comparatively less reactive when it is compared with alkyl halides. Nucleophilic aromatic substitution. Just now I told you that aryl halides are extremely less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why? That you have to study in detail. For those people who are interested in preparing for competitive exams, MSc entrance exams, and want to crack a seat or MSc entrance exam, these type of studies are very, very important. Relative study you have to take up. Then only you will succeed in competitive exams. Resonance effect. In haloarenes, the electron pairs on halogen atom are in conjugation with pi electrons of the ring, and the following resonance structure are possible. You observe this one, this is the benzene ring. This benzene ring has how many pi electrons? It has 6 pi electrons already. They are delocalized. So that means there is plenty of electron density on the benzene ring. Now what is happening is there are 3 lone pairs of electrons on the Cl atom. Out of these 3 lone pairs of electrons, chlorine is in a position to donate at least 1 lone pair of electron to the benzene ring. Then what happens? You observe this one. Between Cl and this sp2 hybridized carbon, there is a partial double bond like this. Of course, here they have shown it as a double bond. So what happens is ultimately a double bond character generates between carbon and chlorine. When compared with a single bond, a double bond is a much stronger one. Okay, that is why since there is double bond character between carbon and chlorine, it is highly difficult to break that bond. Okay, that is why what is happening? They are less prone to nucleophilic substitution reactions. That is the point. Why it is happening like that? You see how many resonance structures are there? There are so many resonance structures are also there. 1, 2, 3 resonance structures. Okay, ultimately due to resonance, this situation is getting aggravated. That means the carbon-chlorine bond is getting more and more stronger. Okay, so this is one reason. The same thing, the thing which I explained is written here. CCl bond acquires a partial double bond character due to resonance. As a result, what happens? The bond cleavage, that means breaking in haloarene is difficult than haloalkane, and therefore they are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. That is the beautiful explanation. Another concept. Why aryl halides are less reactive? This is another point. Difference in hybridization of carbon atom in C-X bond. You observe this one. This is aryl halide. In this aryl halide, the carbon is sp2 hybridized. sp2 hybridized means more electronegativity. More electronegativity means smaller the bond. When the bond distance is less, the strength of the bond will be more. That means again, due to this reason also, that is hybridization. Again, what is the problem is the bond becomes smaller. When the bond becomes smaller, it is very difficult to break that bond. That is why aryl halides are less reactive when compared with alkyl halides. You observe this one, sp3 hybrid carbon, this one. sp3 hybrid carbon means less electronegativity. Less electronegativity means more bond length. More bond length means what happens? It can easily get broken under suitable conditions. The same thing I explained here. You go through this. Since it is difficult to break a shorter bond than a longer bond, therefore haloarenes are less reactive than haloalkanes towards nucleophilic substitution reactions. So this point you have to keep in mind while studying the properties of aryl halides. Another one, instability of phenyl cation. So after the breakdown of Cl, it results in the formation of phenyl cation. That phenyl cation is unstable. That's why also what happens is this particular nucleophilic substitution reaction is less favorable. Another point, because of the possible repulsion, it is less likely for the electron-rich nucleophile to approach electron-rich arenes. Nucleophile is that species which has high electron density, and it always searches for the nucleus where there is low electron density. Here what is important is nucleophile is having high electron density. At the same time, this one, the benzene ring, is also having high electron density. That's why the nucleophile cannot approach the sp2 hybridized carbon so that it can bond with that particular carbon and sending out the leaving group. So these are some of the most important reasons. However, you see, in spite of all these limitations, these aryl halides involve in nucleophilic substitution reactions, but conditions apply. What are those conditions? One is drastic conditions or vigorous conditions like high temperature and high pressures. And another important concept is presence of electron withdrawing groups at the ortho and para positions. So these things we will take up in detail. Replacement by hydroxyl group. Chlorobenzene can be converted into phenol by heating in aqueous sodium hydroxide solution at a temperature. You observe this one, about 300 degrees centigrade. It is given in Kelvin. So if you convert into degrees centigrade, it is about 300 to 350 degrees. And a pressure of very high pressure. Of course, earlier I told you that it is 200 to 300 atmospheres pressure is required. So chlorobenzene is reacting. Observe this one. When chlorobenzene is reacting, what is happening? This reaction is carried out in presence of NaOH, very high temperature, very high pressure. Phenol is formed. So nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place under vigorous conditions only. Now, just now I told you that high temperature is favorable, high pressure is favorable. At the same time, electron withdrawing groups like nitro group, if they are, that is present at the ortho and para positions, that increases the reactivity of haloarenes. Okay, so these are three conditions you have to follow. Why I'm stressing on these points is they will give four different options, and they will ask you to identify which one or which molecule can readily undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. So more the temperature, more the pressure, and third important point is presence of electron withdrawing group like nitro group at the ortho and para positions. So you study this one. The presence of an electron withdrawing group, that is like nitro group NO2 at ortho and para positions, increases the reactivity of haloarenes. You observe this one. When there is no electron withdrawing group like nitro group at the ortho and para positions, the reaction occurred at about 300 degrees centigrade or 600 Kelvin. Now, if there is an electron withdrawing group at the para position, this is the para position, you know very well, para to this halogen atom at the para position, then what happened? 600 to about 450 Kelvin. Small decrease in temperature. That means when there is electron withdrawing group at the ortho or para position, what is the favorable thing? Nucleophilic substitution reaction occurs somewhat more readily. So here there is decrease in temperature. So substitution occurred at the Cl atom. This is the leaving group, and in its place OH has come, and this is nucleophilic substitution reaction. If there are two NO2 groups, both of them are electron withdrawing groups. One is at the ortho, another one is at the para position. Then what happens? The reaction is further more favorable. Here it is 443K. It has come down to 368K. Okay, so in this way, electron withdrawing groups presence favors nucleophilic substitution reaction. Another example, you observe this one. There are three electron withdrawing groups, two at the ortho positions and one at the this para position. If you warm this, that is enough. That means something more than just above room temperature is sufficient for bringing about this reaction. So presence of electron withdrawing group plays a very significant role as far as nucleophilic substitution reactions in aryl halides are concerned. So readily this result in the formation of this particular product. Okay, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol, commonly called as. Okay, so these reactions follow a second order rate law. Rate is depends on the molar concentration of aryl halide as well as nucleophile. The effect is pronounced when NO2 group is introduced at ortho and para positions only. Please remember this point. However, no effect on reactivity of haloarenes is observed by the presence of electron withdrawing group at the meta position. If the same electron withdrawing group is present at the meta position, then there is no use. Okay, so the electron withdrawing group has to be situated or located at ortho and para positions. That is the important point. So we discussed some important reactions and reactivity of aryl halides also. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. In the next part, we'll take up continuation of this nucleophilic substitution aromatic reaction involving Benjamin mechanism. Just like SN1 and SN2 reactions, Benjamin mechanism, I hope it is very, very important for the examination. Okay, so we will meet in the next class and discuss Benjamin mechanism. Thank you very much. All the best.